I have told you these things so that you won't be caught by surprise. They will ban you from the synagogue. In fact, the time will come when anyone who kills you will think he is serving God. They will do these things because they have understood neither the Father nor me. But I have told you this so that when the time comes for it to happen, you will remember that I told you. I didn't tell you this at first because I was with you, but now I'm going to the one who sent me. Not one of you is asking me, where are you going? Instead, because I have said these things to you, you are overcome with grief. But I tell you the truth, it is to your advantage that I go away. For if I didn't go away, the comforting counselor will not come to you. However, if I do go, I will send him to you. When he comes, he will show that the world is wrong about sin, about righteousness, and about judgment, about sin, in that people don't put their trust in me, about righteousness, in that I am going to the Father and you will no longer see me, about judgment, in that the ruler of this world has been judged. I still have many things to tell you, but you can't bear them now. However, when the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you in all the truth, for he will not speak on his own initiative, but will say only what he hears. He will also announce to you the events of the future. He will glorify me, because he will receive from what is mine and announce it to you. Everything the Father has is mine. That is why I said that he receives from what is mine and will announce it to you. In a little while, you will see me no more. Then, in a little while later, you will see me. At this, some of the Talmudim said to one another, what is this that he's telling us? In a little while you won't see me, then in a little while later you will see me, and I'm going to the Father. They went on saying, what is this little while? We don't understand what he's talking about. Yeshua knew that they wanted to ask him, and he said to them, are you asking each other what I meant by saying in a little while you won't see me, and then a little while later you will see me? Yes, it's true. I tell you that you will sob and mourn, and the world will rejoice. You will grieve, but your grief will turn to joy. When a woman is giving birth, she is in pain because her time has come. But when the baby is born, she forgets her suffering out of the joy that a child has come into the world. So you do indeed feel grief now, but I'm going to see you again. Then your hearts will be full of joy, and no one will take your joy away from you. When that day comes, you won't ask anything of me. Yes, indeed, I tell you that whatever you ask the Father, he will give you in my name. Till now, you haven't asked anything in my name. Keep asking, and you'll receive, so that your joy may be complete. I have said these things to you that with the help of illustrations. However, a time is coming when I will no longer speak indirectly, but will talk about the Father in plain language. When that day comes, you will ask in my name. I'm not telling you that I will pray to the Father on your behalf, for the Father himself loves you, because you have loved me, and have believed that I came from God. I came from the Father and have come into the world. Again, I am leaving the world and returning to the Father. The Talmudim said to him, look, you are talking plainly right now. You're not speaking indirectly at all. Now we know that you know everything, and that you don't need to have people put their questions into words. This makes us believe that you came from God. Yeshua answered, now you do believe. But a time is coming, indeed it has come already, when you will be scattered, each one of you looking out for himself, and you will leave me all alone. Yes, I am not alone, because the Father is with me. I have said these things to you so that, united with me, you will have shalom. In the world you have troubles, but be brave. I have conquered the world. After Yeshua had said these things, he looked up toward heaven and said, Father, the time has come. Glorify your Son, so that the Son may glorify you, just as you have given authority over all mankind, so that he might give eternal life to all those whom you have given him. And eternal life is this, to know you, the one true God, and to whom you sent Yeshua, the Messiah. I glorified you on earth by finishing the work you gave me to do. Now, Father, glorify me alongside yourself. Give me the same glory I had with you before the world existed. I made your name known to the people and you gave me out of the world. They are yours. You gave them to me, and they have kept your word. Now they know that everything you have given me is from you, because the words you gave me I have given to them, and they have received them. They have already come to know that I came from you, and they have come to trust that you sent me. I am praying for them. I'm not praying for the world, but for those you have given to me, because they are yours. Indeed, all I have is yours, and all you have is mine. And in them I have been glorified. Now I am no longer in the world, they are in the world, but I am coming to you. Holy Father, guard them by the power of your name, which you have given to me, so that they may be one just as we are. When I was with them, I guarded them by the power of your name, which you have given to me. Yes, I kept watch over them, and not one of them was destroyed, except the one meant for destruction, so that the Tanakh may be fulfilled. But now I'm coming to you, and I say these things while I am still in the world, so that they may have my joy made complete in themselves. I have given them your word. The world hated them, because they do not belong to the world, just as I myself do not belong to the world. I don't ask you to take them out of the world, but to protect them from the evil one. They don't belong to the world, just as I don't belong to the world. Set them apart for holiness by means of the truth. Your word is truth. Just as you have sent me into the world, I have sent them into the world. On their behalf, I am setting myself apart for holiness, so that they too may be set apart for holiness by means of the truth. I pray not only for these, but also for those who will trust in me because of their word, that they may all be one, just as you, Father, are united with me and I with you. I pray that they may be united with us, so that the world may believe that you sent me. The glory which you have given to me, I have given to them, so that they may be one, just as we are one. I united with them and you with me, so that they may be completely one, and the world thus realize that you sent me, and that you have loved them just as you have loved me. Father, I want those you have given to me to be with me where I am, so that they may see my glory, which you have given to me because you have loved me before the creation of the world. Righteous Father, the world has not known you, but I have known you, and these people have known that you sent me. I made your name known to them, and I will continue to make it known, so that the love with which you have loved me may be in them, and I myself may be united with them. After Yeshua had said all this, he went out with his Talmudim across the stream that flows in the winter through the Vedi Kidron, to a spot where it was a grove of trees, and he and his Talmudim went into it. Now Yehuda, who was betraying him, also knew that place, because Yeshua had often met there with his Talmudim. So Yehuda went there, taking with him a detachment of Roman soldiers and some temple guards provided by the head Kohanim and the Prushim. They carried weapons, lanterns, and torches. Yeshua, who knew everything that was going to happen to him, went out and asked them, "Whom do you want?" "Yeshua from Nazareth," they answered. He said to them, "I am." Also standing with them was Yehuda, the one who was betraying him, when he said, "I am." They went backward from him and fell to the ground. So he inquired them once more, "Whom do you want?" And they said, "Yeshua from Nazareth." "I told you, I am," Yeshua answered. "So if I'm the one you want, let these go. Let these others go." This happened so that what he said might be fulfilled. "I have not lost one of those you gave me." Then Shimon Kepha, who had a sword, drew it and struck the slave of the Kohen Haggadol, cutting off his right ear. The slave's name was Milcah. Yeshua said to Kepha, "Put your sword back in your scabbard. This is the cup of the Father. This is the cup the Father has given me. I am not to drink it. Said the detachment, the Roman soldiers and their captain, together with the temple guards and the Judeans, arrested Yeshua, tied him up, and took him first to Anan, the father-in-law of Caiaphas, who was Kohen Gadol that fateful year. It was Caiaphas who had advised the Judeans that it would be good for one man to die on behalf of the people. Shimon Kepha and another Talmud followed Yeshua. The second Talmud was known to the Kohen Hagadol, and he went with Yeshua into the courtyard of the Kohen Hagadol. But Kepha stood outside by the gate. So the other Talmud, the one known to the Kohen Hagadol, went back out and spoke to the woman on duty at the gate, then brought Kepha inside. The woman at the gate said to Kepha, "Aren't you another one of that man's Talmudim?" He said, "No, I'm not." Now the slaves and the guards had lit a fire because it was cold, and they were standing around it warming themselves. Kepha joined them and stood warming himself too. The Kohen Hagadol questioned Yeshua about his Talmudim and about what he taught. Yeshua answered, "I have spoken quite openly to everyone. I have always taught in the synagogue or in temple where all Jews meet together, and I said nothing in secret. So why are you questioning me? Question the ones who heard what I said to them. Look, they know what I said." At these words, one of the guards standing by slapped Yeshua in the face and said, "This is how you talk to the Kohen Hagadol?" Yeshua answered him, "If I had said something wrong, state publicly what was wrong. But if I was right, why are you hitting me?" So Anan sent him, still tied up, to Caiaphas the Kohen Hagadol. Meanwhile, Shimon Kepha was standing and warming himself. They said to him, "Aren't you also one of his Talmudim?" He denied it, saying, "No, I'm not." One of the slaves of the Kohen Hagadol, a relative of the man whose ear Kepha had cut off, said, "Didn't I see you with him in the grove of trees?" So again Kepha denied it, and instantly a rooster crowed. They led Yeshua from Caiaphas to the governor's headquarters. By now it was early morning. They did not enter the headquarters building because they didn't want to become ritually defiled and thus unable to eat the Pesach meal. So Pilate went outside to them and said, "What charge are you bringing against this man?" They answered, "If he hadn't done something wrong, he wouldn't have been brought to you." Pilate said to them, "You take him and judge him according to your own law." The Judeans replied, "Why don't you have the legal power to put anyone to death?" This was so that Yeshua had said about how he was going to die might be fulfilled. So Pilate went back into his headquarters, called Yeshua, and said to him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Yeshua answered, "Are you asking this on your own, or have other people told you about me?" Pilate replied, "Am I a Jew? Your nation and head Kohanim have handed you over to me. What have you done?" Yeshua answered, "My kingship does not derive its authority from this world's order or things. If it did, my men would have fought to keep me from being arrested by the Judeans, but my kingship does not come from here." So then Pilate said to him, "You are a king after all?" Yeshua answered, "You say I am a king. The reason I have been born, the reason I have come into the world, is to bear witness to the truth. Everyone who belongs to the truth listens to me." Pilate asked him, "What is truth?" Having said this, Pilate went outside again to the Judeans and told them, "I didn't find any case against him. However, you have a custom that at Passover I set one prisoner free. Do you want me to set free for you the king of the Jews?" But they yelled back, "No, not this man, but Barabbas." Barabbas was a revolutionary.